Napoleon Bonaparte was a remarkable figure in history, who rose from a humble background to become the Emperor of France and the most influential leader of his time. Here are 6 facts about him. He was almost assassinated by a horde of rabbits. In 1807, after signing the Treaty of Tilsit with Russia, Napoleon decided to celebrate with a rabbit hunt. He invited some of his officers and dignitaries to join him and ordered his chief of staff to arrange for a large number of rabbits to be released in the field. However, the rabbits turned out to be domesticated ones, who had no fear of humans and were very hungry. Instead of running away from the hunters, they charged at Napoleon and his entourage, forcing them to retreat in panic. He sold Louisiana to the United States for $15 million. In 1803, Napoleon was facing a war with Britain and needed money to finance his military campaigns. He also realized that he could not defend the vast territory of Louisiana, which he had acquired from Spain in 1800, against a possible British invasion. He decided to sell Louisiana to the United States, who were eager to expand their territory westward. The deal, known as the Louisiana Purchase, doubled the size of the United States and gave them access to the Mississippi River and the port of New Orleans. He wrote a romance novel. Behind the ruthless, battle-hardened facade, Napoleon was a bit of a softy, as both his embarrassingly soppy love letters and a recently unearthed romantic novella prove. The novel tells the story of a young soldier who falls in love with a beautiful woman, but is betrayed by her and dies in battle. Napoleon wrote it when he was 26 years old, before he married his first wife, Josephine. He was not very short. Contrary to popular belief, Napoleon was not unusually short for his time. He was about 5 feet 6 inches or 1.68 meters tall, which was slightly above average for a Frenchman of his era. The myth of his short stature may have arisen from several factors, such as the difference between French and British units of measurement, the tendency of his enemies to mock him, and the fact that he was often surrounded by taller guards. He changed the face of Europe. Napoleon's conquests and reforms had a lasting impact on the political landscape of Europe. He expanded France's territory to its greatest extent, spreading the ideals of the French Revolution across the continent. He also introduced the Napoleonic Code, a modern system of civil law that influenced many countries' legal codes. He reorganized education, established the Bank of France, created the Legion of Honor, and supported the arts and sciences. He escaped from exile and regained power for 100 days. In 1814, after being defeated by a coalition of European powers, Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba in the Mediterranean. He was given sovereignty over the island and a small army of loyal soldiers, but he soon grew bored and restless. He managed to escape from Elba in February 1815 and landed in France with about 1,000 men. He faced some resistance from the royalist troops, but he managed to persuade them to join him or to let him pass. He famously said to them, "Soldiers of the 5th, you recognize me. If any man would shoot his emperor, here I am." No one fired a shot. Napoleon entered Paris on March 20, 1815. He reclaimed his throne and ruled for another 100 days, until he was defeated again at the Battle of Waterloo.